Hey YouTubers, it's Luscious. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I have good morning. Um, I wanted to talk and update y'all on my book, which I never like really freaking finish. Like it's gonna take me years to actually finish the book. Um, I started this book last year, and the title of it is called "The Story of Her Life." And it's based on different characters, women, men, and all that, going through high school, being gay, bisexual, transgender, and all that good jazz that people don't write enough about as a good term. Um, the main, the character, the first character I wrote about, her name is Allegra Jones, and Allegra Jones is an African American student in high school that wants to be a screenwriter, and she goes through whatever kind of like a Mean Girls type, but it's different when you're going to a public school, and it's different. I don't know because it's New York style. She's supposed to be from New York, I think Brooklyn. That's what I think I'm gonna locate her at. I've been playing around with the setting and stuff like that. The story, the second character is Nadia, and I can't tell you the last name because that's giving you the story. Nadia, Eva. Well, I can give you her Eva London. She's this high class girl who is going through a lot of shit with her mom because her parents divorced and her stories like that. Um, I had a story in that anthology. His name is Danielle Lee, and he's a boy who becomes a transgender. And his name is Daniel Matthew III. He's named after his father, and his father died, and his mother disowned him because he wants to be a transgender. And there's plenty more characters within the story. I'm working on that, but there is a story that I had written 2 years ago. I was started off this with this story, and it was supposed to be called The Story of Her Life with three different totally different characters. Gabrielle, she was a runaway that was in foster care. Her mother was a crackhead, and she ended up in a worse situation than she ever thought she would. But then she ran away from her foster parents because of a situation that happened within the household. Um, then there was another girl, which she couldn't tell her parents that she was having sex, or she was like young and she was pregnant, but she was thinking about getting an abortion. And that's like a touchy subject too. And then I had another story called another girl. I mean, her name is Cheyenne, and she's from Manila, like way overseas. And she comes over here because her mom gets sick, and she's sent to America to try to get a job. And she becomes a stripper, and a lot of people can relate to that. So I don't know which story I should work on more, or if I should even work on that. But a lot of people don't even think about things like that, like why people do that, like why people strip, why people actually do that. The first story, Gabrielle, like she calls herself Remedy because she's out in the street, strung out with drugs and all that. I hope nobody sees this video, but I know because that story kind of reminded me of a friend that I have, which is very close to me, and I was in foster care years ago when I was a little girl. But now I'm with well, yeah, I'm back with my mom. Well, I was back with my mom, but I don't live with her now. And the story of Gabrielle reminds me of my friend, and she ran away from many of the places that she lived at, and she was strung out on drugs, hard body, like strung out on drugs. It makes me cry because she was like my best friend, and it kind of relates to my life being in foster care because she was in foster care. That's how I met her, and now that I'm friends with her now, years later, it's just crazy that she was ever strung on a drug like that. Um, so the story reminds me of her, but it's not exactly about her. It's just pieces of my life thrown into one story, and then each character has a story, has a life going on, but they don't know each other. I think that's how I'm gonna do it because before I couldn't do it like that. So you guys, tell me what you think. I know I'm throwing out ideas at you, whatever. Tell me what you think about the story of her life, and the other story is called. I don't know what it's called, but it's I think Life Trios. Yes, that's what it's called. The first one with Remini and the girl that's pregnant and the girl from Manila. Her name is Cheyenne. That book is going to be called Life Trios. Life Trios because it's three girls. The other book is called The Story of Her Life, and it's with the girl Allegra, Eva London, and Danielle Lee, and stuff like that. Those main characters shoot out within the story. I had got feedback for the Cheyenne part from Mr. Godfrey, which is an epic theater actor, I guess. And I worked with him in high school, which was super. And he suggested me to do that story on Cheyenne. More better, it just popped out. So I might change things and I might keep things. I just want y'all feedback. I have to do the B Scott. Later, y'all.